and welcome. I'm Coach Lauren, Emetophobia specialist based out of South Florida. I work with clients all around the world via Zoom. Thank you for taking the time to fill out that form and to take the first brave step towards overcoming emetophobia. If you do have other mental health issues accompanying the emetophobia, we can discuss those as well. I know you probably have a lot of questions and fears and doubts running through your mind right now. So let me tell you a little bit about emetophobia. It's a very common fear and affects many more people than you probably think. In fact, over 12 million English-speaking emetophobes that we know of. A lot of people don't even know there's a name for it yet. Many people think it's silly or it's just them, and they try to hide it for years, even from their own spouses or parents. It generally affects women more than men due to what's called high disgust propensity, which is something you're going to overcome in this course as well. But men and boys still do struggle with emetophobia. It's cross-generational and cross-cultural. I've worked with people from all kinds of backgrounds and all ages, from 7-year-olds to people in their 70s. You see, it impacts people's lives in such similar ways because it's created the same way. The roots and the foundation are the same in the brain. And most importantly, it's not your fault, but there is something you can do about it now. Because it's something that can be created in the mind, it's also something that can be uncreated in the mind, which is a great thing. I know many of you have probably spent thousands of dollars on other interventions like CBT, talk therapy, EMDR, exposure therapy, and the like, with little to no long-term results. I know it's hard to think about having hope for just one more thing. I get it, I truly do. But this is different, and in fact, I am living proof. I myself suffered since I was 5 years old with extreme emetophobia, ARFID, OCD, depression, and anxiety. I had a very severe case, and I was able to overcome it. The path to freedom is a simple path. You see, emetophobia is created by 26 key component parts in our psyche. Some of those things need to be optimized, some of them reduced, some of them created, some of them slightly changed. And it's working through this course with me that you're going to learn how to do all those things. And the voice inside of your head is going to reduce week by week. It sounds like a bully, I know. It says things like, you can't go there, that's too scary, that's dangerous, don't touch that, I could never be a parent, I could never travel. It's so restrictive and limiting. When I first pursued emetophobia recovery, I thought if I could just be 20% better, I could live my life. But the great news is you can completely overcome it. The goal is not to manage it better, to cope with it better. It's to overcome it. This is coaching, it's not therapy. And best of all, there's no exposure therapy. There's no endless talking about feelings without real change. This is a structured approach and a skill set that you learn for life. When you rebuild and optimize your psychological foundations, you will no longer create fears and phobias. This is a proactive approach to mental health. It's practical, it's measurable, it's tangible proof based on research and evidence, not guesses or pop psychology. We're going to work through all the component parts that made the phobia in the first place, one by one. Other interventions only touch on 1, 2, or 3 of these component parts. That's why they either fail or they don't last. This course is like taking a course of antibiotics. You have to complete the entire course and do all of the steps in order for it to yield the best results. As you go through it week by week, you're going to start to feel and think and act differently. I know it feels impossible. I know you think you've had it too long. I know you think you're the worst case, because all of my clients do, but you will notice the change week by week. Everything is included in the program package. All the materials, the video support, the journal, the readings, and the podcast support. And of course, working with me. We'll meet together 1 hour every week, and depending on the package that you choose, we'll discuss how many sessions you need. You'll also complete an emetophobia evaluation. It's called a TQ report prior to working together. And then, once we are finished, you'll retake your evaluation. That way we can see your progress measured clearly. After coaching, you'll also have access to a Blip Recovery Program online, which you'll work your way through, and you'll actively be working through your journal. With these 2 tools, it will help you solidify everything we just worked on together and that you learned. I'm a very interactive coach. I'm here to guide and support you the entire way. I will give you everything I have. I just ask that you prioritize this program and that you show up on time, that you complete all your homework, and that you communicate with me. You're going to put a lot of effort in taking notes, You'll put reminders around your house and on your phone. You'll highlight. You'll listen to podcasts maybe while you're doing dishes or walking the dog. It's a very fun, engaging process. Clients who pay upfront and in full yield the best results because they're fully committed to the process. If absolutely necessary, I offer installment plans, but we can discuss those details on our call. The discovery call is here for me to hear your full emetophobia story. There's no pressure. Every case is different, even though the phobia is created in the same way, and your story matters. The pricing can depend on a few factors, so it's something, again, we need to discuss together. If you're a parent watching this, please know that this phobia affects children and teens deeply as well. It's not a phase they're going through, and it's not something that gets better over time. In fact, it gets worse. It's called a secret phobia for a reason. There's a lot of guilt and shame and embarrassment, and it's a lot to carry. Many people just suffer inside of their heads. Even if your child isn't articulating this, if they have emetophobia, it feels like there's a bully inside of their head. People who suffer with emetophobia have over 40,000 thoughts a day. They're called fearful cognitions. It sounds like, what if I get sick right now? Where would I go? What would I do? Would everybody laugh at me? Especially if it's a big event. Emetophobia can impact people's grades, their career path, who they choose as a partner, their friendships, their self-esteem, their social confidence. It really is all-encompassing, and it touches every part of their lives. If you're watching this, I know you're scared. I know you're tired. I've been there too. And I know you just want your life back. And I'm here to tell you there's hope. You're not the exception. You're not too far gone. You don't have some strange case that I've never heard of before. You're not the one person who can't do this. In fact, the voice inside of your head that might be telling you can't do this, it's just the phobia talking. This is a brave, powerful step you're taking right now. You can only get better with this course, not worse. You are absolutely capable of overcoming this. Every single client I've worked with says they just wish they had done this sooner. If you're ready, reach out and we'll set up your free discovery call. We'll talk through everything together. I'm happy to answer any questions you might have. I am here for you, and I can't wait to meet you. Thanks for listening.